Hello and welcome to everyone from across the world. We have ourselves another game. It's a 5 minute game. We're going to take it a bit easy today. And we're going to spend some time to talk about the upcoming World Championship match between none other than Gukesh Damaraju and Ding Liren. Ding Liren, as you know, was is the current world champion, but he has had a mental breakdown or something like this. And therefore, everyone is expecting that Gukesh will become the new world champion, and he would become the youngest ever world champion at age 18 if he were to do so. So, exciting times ahead. Will be interesting to see what actually happens. I'm sure Ding Liren will pose a fight, but Uh, who knows? We really don't know. Chess is a funny little game, as we've said numerous times on this program before. So it's hard to say. Personally, I obviously think it will be Gukesh, and I'm obviously also rooting for Gukesh. I think he's a fine young lad. I think Magnus himself thinks Gukesh is actually quite an astonishing player. Magnus seems to chalk down all the credit for Gukesh's recent performances down to his calculation ability rather than his intuitive knowledge and understanding of the game. Magnus sees him as this calculator, which is interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I mean, of course, you have to have remarkable intuition to make it to this level. But yeah, Magnus, of course, no longer in contention for the world chess championship title. He gave up his title. It was remarkable, actually. Something not seen since the days of Bobby Fischer. Truly, I'm not trying to be dramatic. Really, that's what's happening. It's uh, it's remarkable the level of independent thought that a person can have, and that's what it takes to be an awesome chess player. You have to have the ability to think for yourself, which is, as modern day events would tell you is much easier said than done, and most people don't do it. So, so yeah, now this position unfortunately is all starting to fall apart for me here, but we'll manage. We'll play with a piece down or whatever, pawn down, and try to hold it. Still plenty of fight left. Important to know like when to go for a more counter-attacking, all-out strategy versus a buckle down and grind it out strategy, which is what this one is. Because you see, he doesn't have any passed pawns yet. These pawns are just about hanging, holding everything, under control. Of course, it can all fly away very quickly. So, and that's true for him as well. That's why most players, let's say if someone is 1800, I think I would still be the favorite to win, even if I'm a pawn down, because you would expect that I'll just come up with something or he'll mess up something, or you know, you know how you guys are, you chess players. You always make mistakes. You always give a chance. Yet here I'm the one who's likely to make the mistake because I can't see what I can do. I in fact think I need to simplify the game a bit, get some heavy pieces off the board because the spawn is really, really weak otherwise. Okay. Well, now we have something we can play with. No immediate danger. Just throw the knight out. Gotta play a little bit fast. Okay, so now our time strategy is we're gonna be entering into the time management part of the program now. You see, we both have about 2 minutes left, and I'm behind in the game, so I need every little edge I can get to keep myself competitive. And that means time as an edge. So so I've got to try to whittle down the clock for both of us, for both of us, gradually, slowly, imperceptibly. I don't want to alert him to the fact that we're playing a blitz game. I want to just let it happen. You see, that's why I'm not playing too quickly, because if I do so, it will instigate his you know subcutaneous region of the brain, or whatever the basic survival region of his brain. I don't want to activate that. I don't want to activate that because I feel that's when the problems will start. At the same time, I don't want to give him a free ride on our tail either. He's got to learn that uh, it's going to be a tough game. He is starting to play a little faster, so we're going to have to respond in kind. We have to stay ahead. That's the first priority. Stay ahead. I blundered. The first priority, don't blunder. Second priority is to stay ahead on the clock. Now we've messed up the first priority, so all we can do is to manage the second priority. And well, it involves sacrificing material. I kid you not. You have to sacrifice material to stand a chance against these guys because that's the situation we're in. And we're gonna have to put on the time charm. We're gonna have to take it down to 30 seconds each. That's the only way I tell you that we can win this game. And do we want to see that? Do we want to see some time magic? Is that acceptable? Is it repugnant? I definitely don't think a player should be able to win the clock. But that's just me. Oh, that's just me. No, we're gonna have to give up yet another piece, you see? Yet another piece we're having to sacrifice. It's a simple word, but we gotta do it. We're still keeping it down to 39 each. So we're staying alive in our own little way. 30 seconds each. Keep the time pressure going, man. Okay. Okay. Go all the way back here. Okay. Stay loose. Stay fresh. That's not gonna be easy. We have a check. We can do a wiggle out check as well. Oh shit. Just about holding on here. 10 seconds left, 5 seconds left. He's gonna have to try to uh oh snap. Oh snap. And just like that, the time swindler continues his tricks. Welcome to the front row seat to the art of the time swindle. You see, we just lulled him down. We took the game deep. We weren't in any control. All we could do, as I said, was all we could do is take the game deep and hope for the best. Because that's just how it is. And you see, the precision of play right at the end just made it so hard for him to finally convert. Let's have a quick check of the game. Let's look at the merits of the game first. You see, it was a pretty solid opening, actually, for both sides. Here's where I lost the plot a little bit. Yeah, I lost the plot a little bit here, and then I just took it further. I should have just taken that off, right? Makes no sense. Anyhow, so we already knew at this point that we're just going to play a grinding game. And a grinding game it was. You know, it was really scrappy. You know how you know that a game's scrappy? You know it when you see yourself giving up pawns to try to just prolong the game. And here I made the critical blunder. If I had not made this blunder, this game would have been a much, much, much easier win. But having made this blunder, now we got desperate. We got into desperado situations where you give up a pawn just to sort of keep the game fresh and flowing. You know, it's just a way to try to sneak a few seconds. And now we give up a second pawn. You know, because we don't want that rook coming in like with full guns blazing yet. We want to keep the situation more under control. So we had this piece situation, and this is also somehow just about playable. Just about playable, but here it got messy. Here it got really messy. But this knight is an excellent defender, you see. The knight is a remarkably good defender. And we had just one last little trick here to just about hold everything together, and then the critical blunder. Knight fork, and that was the end of it. Great game overall. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.